See, there we go. Boom. Welcome back to Stranger Palooza. I'm Hank Strange.
This is Lola.
This is Lola Strange right here. And today we're talking about the top 5 accessories that we use that we use the most in our 2021 Coachman Beyond, which of course is a 2020 Ford Transit camper van. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things we use the most. Of course, these are accessories that did not come with the van when we bought it.
That's right.
We're going to keep that in mind. And then we're going to cover some, at the end, we'll get over some bonuses.
At the end, we've got some notable mentions and maybe 1 or 2 things that we don't have and we think we should have as good accessories for the RV.
Yeah, as well as something that we got that we don't use at all.
Okay, we'll have to think about that one.
We'll figure it out by the end. All right, stay right there. Let's get into it right now.
What are you doing? Come on.
You rolled your eyes at my hand.
It was a bit much.
Transition thing.
It was a bit much this time. But come on, number 5. 5,
All
4,
right,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're getting into it. What's that, Lola?
Something is humming back here.
Yeah, we've got the AC on.
Oh, okay.
So we're running off of lithium power. Okay, we're going to go to the back of the van. Notice we've got the awning open, but that came with the van, and inside you guys will hear the air conditioning running.
Yeah. So
we're starting from 5, right,
Number
Lola?
5. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 5.
So the 5th item that we want to talk about is the OXO Good Grips.
OXO Good Grips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's actually what they're called. Oh, you didn't unlock the van for me.
Oh, is the van locked?
Yes, sir.
I didn't realize that.
All right.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. All right. So let's go in here. Lola's talking about suction.
Suction cups.
So we're right. By the way, our AC is running.
Feels great. I don't know if I want to get back out.
Running off the battery. That's why you guys don't hear the generator on. Okay, so suction cups like this.
Like this. Like that one there. The hooks right here.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Those are awesome. We're even using one to keep our bathroom trash can in place for moving around when we're driving.
Yeah.
So we've got one down there.
Yeah,
but these are great.
Cool. There's one here on the door. It's not the same. I don't think it's the same one, but suction. So number 5, suction.
Suction cups, for sure.
Right.
And we use these for our towel hooks, for our toothbrushes. All of the shampoo conditioners sit in this big one here when we're traveling and using the bathroom. So these are awesome. I really do like them a lot. We found them the first time. I think you found it actually at Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay. You bought one. Yeah. And then after that, I loved them so much, I started looking at Amazon and found these other ones. So those are fantastic.
So there you go. That's number 5, something that we use all the time. I don't want to have all the AC escaping, so I'm going to, should we close this up?
We can close it because the next item is actually still in the bathroom, and it's one of your favorites.
We got to go to that, Lola.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. So number 4 are gear ties.
Gear ties.
Gear ties.
Which you guys can see all over. Here's little ones. Here's big ones.
Big ones.
Right
this one.
There's some on the doors to keep the doors from flying.
Keep the doors from flying open when we're driving. Yeah. This one at a point served as our holder for our shower head. Yeah. It's also a good way to pull, that Max fan closed. You know, to grab it and pull the Max fan closed, or if you want to hang up something in the bathroom. You can hang up your towels on here.
Yeah, I use them on, for example, these are fans that we have in here. Yeah. I use it on there. Mm-hmm. I use it right here. It's holding my microphone for when I do my podcast. Yep. So we use these a lot.
You use these a lot.
Yeah.
This is definitely your favorite.
Yeah, and let me just interject here for a second. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these things Lola's made, you can find these things on Amazon if you guys want to look that up. Yep. You can find it on Amazon. We have a link in the description. You guys can go to Amazon and see a bunch of different things that we use. But we're just trying to give you guys what we use the most. Yeah. Gear ties, they're all over the van. Look, I use gear ties to keep our little Coachman mascot. See that? It's holding him up. So there you go. All right.
Okay.
And whose brilliant idea was this, Lola?
I already gave you the credit and said that was your favorite.
No, you said it was my but I came up with this idea and you thought it was terrible.
I thought it was terrible, and I still think it's a little too much.
Listen, I see, when I go around and I look at other people's vans, they use gear ties also. When I look at other people's rigs, all kinds of people going off-road, I mean, gear ties are just really, really useful.
They are. They're useful. I like the fact that they're so malleable. You can make them into whatever you need at the moment. So, yes, it's useful.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. Very good.
That's
okay.
why I made the top 5.
Yes, absolutely.
Number 3. When it comes to the third item on the list, we are talking about hoses.
Yes.
Hoses that we use for waste disposal, right?
Yeah. So basically, what we have to use when we're dumping, you know, like our black tank is here, our gray tank is actually up there, and then we're filling up. So we're gonna put those, I think, in the same category, just because we use these all the time. And there's a ton, and they all go together. So that's what we're doing. We're putting them in the same category. And what happened is when we got the van from Sunshine State RV, they did include some hoses. We got some extra hoses, right, Lola?
Right.
Okay.
So their care package did come with a black hose, which is stored in the hose compartment down there. So that's what we use when we're on the road. But
yeah, it's in there. We're not gonna grab that out right now.
But at home, we find these Rhino Flex hoses to be really good. Yeah. And that's our go-to hoses for doing the waste.
Yeah, we have a septic, and we hook up to it with that one. We leave that one here, and then we have one that travels with us.
Exactly.
And of course, when we're doing city water connection and all that, we use hoses. So that's what Lola's gonna come in, open up the back of the van.
Yes, I'm gonna have to waste some more AC.
Okay. So the hose situation gets a little complex, right, to talk about. What we found, we use these flat ones the most, I think. And this did come with a couple of the white hoses, the kind of thing you can get at Walmart, right?
The traditional water hoses.
Those are good, and the white is for fresh water, so you don't get a water taste that, you know, if you wind up drinking that water or whatever, you'll taste like this rubbery kind of thing in there if you don't use a white or you know, like a consumer safe hose. Right. We don't have one of those out here with us, but we use these because we find that these are easier to pack in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why we use that. What are you looking for?
We have our first one was the 0G water hose that we bought, a 50-foot one. Then we made the mistake of buying a 100-foot Aqua Joe, which was too cumbersome to fold and put away. So we got away from that, and then we went back down and bought another 50-foot Aqua Joe. So that's what we use now. Yeah, so the big thing I think that we learned there accessory-wise is, I remember when Lola and I actually went to, I think we found ours at Home Depot. You can find them Home Depot, Lowe's. You can find them online. I think we have them in our Amazon list. So I wanted 100-foot because I was like, more power. Not so easy to fold that up. Not very manageable. So get either the 25 or 50. I think 50 is a good thing in the middle. Some cases you'd be fine with 25, but you don't want those. You don't want 100 feet of that that was way too cumbersome. Yeah, and these are water safe also, just like the white ones. Drinking safe, excuse me. Yeah, they're, you know, you can have drinkable water go through that. I think we have like 2 of them that we can use, but you can really just, you know, if you want to, use one. Right? So just to give you guys an idea what we're talking about, this is the Aqua Joe 50-foot, and this one's actually white. I guess that's so that you could see that it's BPA, lead-free, all of that. This is what it looks like here. We just got a new one to replace our 100-foot hose that didn't work. It did not work. And this is what the gear ties look like, just FYI when you're looking it up on Amazon. But again, I do have a link to all of these items in the description
And there's
below.
different size. These are the really big ones in here. Medium, small ones. I'm sure there's super huge ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got some different
itty bitty ones in here too. So we've got them everywhere. All right, so now for number 2. Number 2 item that we use the most is the Jackery.
Right, which is a lithium battery pack, and here it goes. This is where it usually lives, right here in the van. We can move it around. It's portable. Lola, if you wanted to, one of us can lift it out of there. And for example, right now our battery just died, so turn that on, and as you can see, it's beginning to charge the battery. This is a Jackery 1000.
Yes.
There's a couple different ones.
It goes from the 160 all the way up to the new version, which is the 2000 watt Jackery.
Okay, so here's the thing about the Jackery, and you might say, okay, well, you've got a battery on board. So for example, we had an AGM on board this, and you know, we've just swapped those out for lithium batteries from Battleborn, which we'll have a video on that coming up here soon. The thing about this Jackery is that, one, it's portable, as you can see, and this is a big one. So this is the Explorer 1000 watts, and you could pick this up and carry it with you, and you will be able to charge up stuff by USB, USB-C. You know, it's got 3 points here that you can plug stuff into it. You can I think what Lola just unplugged is so that you could plug it into the van, for example, and charge it. You could plug it into the house and charge it. You can plug 12 volt stuff into here and run things off of that. To be honest with you guys, when I just had the AGM, I use this all the time, and I still use it even though we switched over to the Battleborn lithium batteries, because this is a great backup. So when I'm doing my show, I actually plug everything to this and have it running from this in case something goes wrong, something happens. This is going to keep running, and it's not going to kick my show out or whatever, right? And I could do my show for hours and hours and hours using this. And there's a bunch of other things we can do with this.
When we're traveling, I plug everything in here. My cell phone, my laptop.
Yeah, when we're up front. Yeah, we don't plug it all into the van.
Exactly. I use this when we're on the road all the time. As well as it's powered your sleep machine.
Yeah, it powers the sleep machine if we don't have any other way. I can pick this up and take it with us, you know, out of the van, outside of the van, even though there's power ports and stuff like that outside. I find these super, super usable for lots of different reasons. I was on the road recently, and we were all running around doing a bunch of different things, and I wasn't actually taking the van, but I could take this out of the van and take it with us in whatever other vans we were using, or off-road vehicles or whatever, and we had a bunch of power wherever we went. So Jackery is awesome. Lithium batteries, I think, Lola, in general, since we've switched the whole van. Huh?
You're a fan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right now, we're actually running the AC in the van off of the Battleborn lithium batteries.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's not a lot of noise. Yeah. It's nice in here, you know. Obviously, it's running down the batteries, but I think I could do it just to give you guys an example. Running AC, which is a lot, right? Running AC, I think I could do it. We've been doing it, what, for like half an hour or more already? Probably longer than a half an hour.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I think we have maybe, I don't know. We got like 3.5 hours left that we can still run that. And if we're not running AC, we can run everything else here in the van off of 2 lithium batteries that we have in here. So yeah, I can't actually get enough lithium battery stuff.
That's right.
Yes. So there you go. Can't say enough about that.
Yep. Jackery 1000.
Yes, and we got links for that.
All right. And the number one item we use the most all the time when we're in this RV, blackout curtains.
Yes, we use those whether it's hot or it's cold. Whatever's going on. Here's the one in the back, which we always drop that.
Oh yeah, we always drop.
We use it for privacy. For privacy. Keep the cold in. Keep the cold out.
Keep the cold out. Keep the AC in. Keep the heat in. I mean, it just works for everything.
So if you check it out here, this is the one we have at the door. This is like a point where a lot of stuff can come in.
Where a lot of air exchange happens, whether it's hot or cold, air exchange happens a lot here. Yeah. Now, there are a lot of different ways you can do your blackout curtains. We went with Velcro. Yeah. And what we've learned over the last 6 months is that Velcro's not very lasting, right?
Well, it's, you know, the Velcro itself, I think, is great. If you look at it here, the glue is what comes loose. So we're always like trying to push that back up. I've seen people use magnets, like they have press studs actually in there. My friend Rodney, who has a Coachman Beyond that, the same exact van, they use press studs.
Press studs,
was it called a clasp? I don't know. What are those things called?
It's the press tabs, the press buttons.
Okay, yeah.
Which we have 1 or 2 in this one here that joins.
That's what we're using to join these things, whatever those are called.
We're talking about this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that might be a better option. And then I've seen magnets. People use
magnets are good too. So you can see the glue's coming off. When it gets really hot in the van, you know, and these carry weight, it's gonna make it come off. But this is incredibly useful, and we've got the so Coachman gives you, and it's in this bag here. Coachman gives you these deflectors, which I think are awesome.
They are.
But you know, they're like, you got to take them out, put them on. It's a little bit of work, which we do if we know we really need it. We take them out and we use them, right?
We do, or if we know we're stationed for the weekend, we're not moving the van, then we will put those up in the front, just so the front cabinet also stays cool. We can at least have the blackout curtains up, have a little more living space. So we do use them sometimes. And
I wish that there was something that was like zipped in here and it was even easier, because I would even put them at the windows.
Yeah. The windows, the max fan is a point of light source, which we still haven't resolved.
We talk about that in videos all the time. We need to,
we'll have to do
that. All right, so there you go. That's our top 5 things of what we use. I invite you guys here. We're not done. We've got some bonuses and other things we're going to talk about here. But I invite you guys to let us know, like, what do you use often? You know, we've been doing this for 6 months. I think it'll change over time. Some of the things will change, and we'll add stuff. And I go out mostly on my own, so Lola's not always out. So maybe in the future it'll be Lola's coffee pot or something like that when she goes out all the time with us. You guys could tell us what works for you the most. Lola's trying to get me into coffee. It makes me tired.
Yes,
do you want to go to some, do you want to go to some bonuses?
Some bonus and notable mentions. I would say maybe the Shark hand bag.
Okay, so where's that?
The Shark
That's
hand
hidden behind my urban
right
camouflage here.
Sits back here, right at the door, where it's most needed, to be honest, because you're tracking in dirt.
Yeah, there's always dirt and stuff
sand coming in here. And this is a lithium-ion battery powered cordless handheld.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
Oh, well, you're all about lithium, so I'm just pointing that out to you, that that's what this is.
Yeah, this is small and it's powerful. I think there's, like right now you could see right here, we've gathered a ton of dirt and stuff like that. I don't know if Lola's going to do a demo or not with the vacuum.
So it's really quick work. It's strong. It's got a really good
I'm stepping on the carpet here so it doesn't move around. So that whole thing gets a little wonky. But there you go. You have Lola loves the vacuum. It is good to have. She's getting crazy vacuuming right now. It's great to have a vacuum. I think that's a good one. So here's mine, Lola. My 360 camera system that I have here. Right now it is, I can show you guys, it's set up, it's in bird's eye view and then the back. So it shows the back, but it does a lot more than that. I've done, I don't know, actually I just recently put up a video on the channel where there was like an owl strike. I think it's one of the shorts. If you guys, I don't know if you folks are looking at the shorts that we throw up here, but an owl hit the front windshield of the van and the 360 system caught it. But I use this all the time, every day. The reason why it's not in our top 5, because Lola said everyone doesn't care about that. That I'm the only one who cares about technology and stuff like that, but I use it all the time. So I still use my mirrors. I still use the sensors and everything that are in the mirrors. I use all of this stuff, but it is really convenient to have that 360 system showing what's going on around me. So that would be my choice for my bonus. All right, so before we get into the things that we don't use, or the one thing that we should have that we would use if we have it and we don't have it, I just want to talk about this awning, because I see now obviously this comes with the van, the awning, right? So this is kind of cheating, but a lot of people argue about the awning. People remove it, they say they don't use it. There's people who use it a lot. How would you categorize us using it?
We've used it once.
No, I think we've used it more times.
Have we? I remember definitely the Ocala
Me and you.
RV show we used it there.
Yeah, you're looking at like whether or not, so because I use the van more than Lola. Unfortunately, you know, Lola needs to use it a lot more. The last time I used this, I was in Utah, and I was actually talking to a whole bunch of guys outside, and it started raining, and I just opened it up, and we stood underneath it while it was raining. Have we used it that much for like shade? I don't know, we just haven't gotten to that point yet, but I would say that for me, I wouldn't remove it, because I think it is something cool to have on the van. I know it throws off the lines or whatever people complain about, but I would say that right now I would not remove this. Although I'm not a high user of it, I still use it.
Okay.
There you go.
I would say that one thing that's kind of weird that we've come to realize is that we bought all of these command hooks, and for whatever crazy reason, we have not used not one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, and it's not a knock of the command hooks.
Oh, no, not at all.
I think they're a cool idea, and we probably should use them, but how come we haven't used them at all?
I think it's the gear ties.
Okay.
Because the command hooks are for really just hanging things up real quick, and the gear ties are everywhere, so maybe we're just kind of going to that instead of putting these up and finding places to put them.
Yeah. They're really cool, and I see a lot, and we actually have a ton of this, like we're always buying them.
Yeah,
I guess.
But yeah, we've not used them.
So
So
we go in somewhere. Yeah,
well,
so that's weird.
maybe now's the opportunity that we have come back to these to say, okay, let's put them to
That's
use.
your department, Lola. I'm gonna put you in charge.
All right.
Of command hooks.
I will
usage.
try. I will try to put these to use.
Yeah. Is that from 3M? Yeah. 3M wants to know. What? We bought our own command hooks. We don't get no command hooks from 3M.
No.
I don't have any problem with them. For some reason, we just have not used them at all. Yeah. But we always buy them when we go.
Whenever we see them.
Yeah. So that is weird. Okay. So there you go. There's that one. And for the last one here, I think surge protector. For some reason, we've never gotten a surge protector. We should have a surge protector. That's usually, there's a couple of different brands for that, and I think maybe the reason why we don't have one is I'm still looking into it, and you guys could tell us what's worked the best for you. But before you plug in, even here at the house, or if you're off somewhere at a campsite, before you plug into shore power, I've heard, and I think it's reasonable that you need something to test those circuits, otherwise you might blow out everything that's in the van. And even though we heard that from the beginning with our walkthrough, and when we talk to people, they're like, hey, you should get one of these. We've seen people using them. We're not using one.
We haven't purchased one yet.
Yeah, and we probably should be. We should. We're going to get one.
Yes, as much as you're on the road, we should get one.
Yeah, I'm going to get one. If you guys have an idea of which one's the best, the way I see folks use it, they usually plug it in before they plug the whole van in. It tests all the circuits and things like that. Yeah, so let us know what you think is the best. We'll get it, and we'll see how it is, and if we wind up getting a different one or whatever. We've seen them at RV shows. We just haven't settled on one.
Yeah, we've even looked them up on Amazon and looked through a couple of different ones, but just didn't settle. Yeah. So.
All right, so there you go. That's our top 5 accessories that we use in our Class B camper van that we have here. Morgan, what do you want to say to the folks, Lola?
Well, I'd be interested to know what you guys are using. What are your top 5 items that you use in your Coachman or in your Class B RV that you really like, that's been very useful, and maybe even things you've tried that you didn't like. Leave your comments below.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know. And by the way, we've gone to IKEA, we've gone to Home Depot, we've gone to Walmart, Rural King. We should probably do a video on that, because we have video of us going to all these different places when we first got the van. But I thought, since we've been doing this for 6 months, I think we bought this van in January. Yeah. Well, so it's more than 6 months at this point. Yeah. Wow.
7, 8,
9, 8.5. Anyway, I thought it would be good. Yeah, I thought it would be good to share with you guys what's worked for us, what we've used, what we haven't used, that kind of thing. So I hope you guys appreciate this. I'm about to get on the road. We're going to be traveling and doing some really cool stuff coming up here, including in the next couple of weeks, we're going to Overland Expo East.
That's right.
So you'll catch us out there, Overland Expo East. You can let us know what you want to see there. You could leave it in the comment as well. Big thanks to Lola for taking the time to do this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends if you can. All that stuff.
Yeah, leave your comments, and I will definitely drop a link in the description as well to a lot of the items we talked about here that are available on Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. We're out. Peace.